Hello, it's Doris with Aldi Books. I'm here for the Indie Press Project, and this month we focused on Counterpoint Press. Today's the last day of the month. We always post our reviews on the last day of the month or the next month after if we don't get to it because, we try, but look at I love these. These are really beautifully put together books. As well, like wraparound cover designs. Anyway, squirrel. So Counterpoint Press is out of Berkeley, California, and I think it's a fusion of several smaller indie presses. I think one of them was Soft Skull and Counterpoint and Catapult maybe later on. But anyway, their book list is so varied. It's great, you'll see, and the two that I read were fabulous, so I will definitely be keeping my eye out for Counterpoint in the future. So the first one I read was The Doll by Ishmael Kadari. He is the winner of the Man Booker. I don't think for this book, I think this is relatively new, but he did win the Man Booker in the past, and this is translated. Well, this is 2015. No, the English translation was 2020. So it's translated by John Hodgson from the Albanian. So this cover, like I was saying, just drew me in immediately. I think it's gorgeous. And I did like that it was translated another tick. But from the Albanian, I just had to get it. I am an ESL teacher, and I had an Albanian student like 6 or 8 years ago. Time flies. Really does. It feels like, 3 or 4 years ago, but I know it was longer. But we got such a really close relationship. I was able to go into her drafting class of all things and help her in there. And yeah, we're just still really close today. I follow her on Instagram, and she's just delightful girl. And her mother made me this gorgeous table runner, handmade. I don't know what this needlepoint, it's not needlepoint, but tapestry work, whatever, textiles, that's what I'm looking for, is made, what it's called. It's similar to tatting, which is kind of an antiquated thing done here in the States when my grandmother was young. But anyway, this is the most gorgeous thing. So anyway, this book I found it was a fast read. It's short with, lots of spacing. But this starts out in 1933 and ends in 1994. Follows our author's mother and her life, and then, the author, his eventual marriage as well. Really looks into the culture of this community and the house, how the home played into the family dynamic and the culture. And yeah, it was just a really enjoyable read about home and family. And I did read a review that said that their relationships were a little bit atypical between the mother and son, but that this was intended to be more of like an allegory of the country itself. So him looking at his mother as his homeland, so Albania itself. So anyway, I really enjoyed that. And then Looking for Miss America by Margot Mifflin. A pageant's 100-year quest to define womanhood. Oh my gosh. So this got on my radar. I think I saw it randomly somewhere maybe, but I also saw it was on the long list for the BookTube prize. I can't remember if it actually made the long list or not. It should have if it didn't, but this was on the really long list that we vote on which ones are going to be in the running for the BookTube prize for the year. So when I saw it on Counterpoint, I was like, oh, I wanted that book. Like, I really wanted it to begin with. And then just so serendipitously, it was on Counterpoint. So I snapped it up, and I am so glad I did. This book was fascinating. It was a page turner, very engaging, so well written. So this is, you know, a nonfiction, like it says in the subtitle. And the author is one of those nonfiction writers that is able to take the actual historical situations and make a great story arc out of them. And this then became not exactly a feminist manifesto, but she really looked at feminism through this cultural lens in the changing times, because this started like in the 1920s. 1921 was the first pageant, and it wasn't even called Miss America then. It was just a random beach pageant on Atlantic Beach in New Jersey. So the best way to give you a kind of a feel for what this book is about is to flip through the pictures in the middle. I did this on my vlog as well, but yeah, it's just, you're gonna want this one. So this is the first pageant there, and this is measuring swimsuit length on the beach there. Yes. The boardwalk itself. This is the woman that kind of pushed the Miss America pageant forward. She, I think, was like 30 years or more. She served as the coordinator, and she had some opinions on, you know, feminism and race. The Miss America pageant was very racist for a very long time. So it's just really interesting to read about it. Like, it's a lens on racism in the United States from, you know, the 20s to modern time as well. It's just so good. This woman, really dynamic woman. This one as well, like, just refusing, back in the day, refusing to wear the swimsuit during her year of campaigning afterwards. Go you. Marilyn. Oh, she makes a cameo. This is the guy that sang that cheesy song for years. The Mr. Miss America. This is not the Trump pageant. That's Miss Universe. So get that straight, friends. This one is not that one. And then, yes, one of the first Miss Americas was actually part Native American. But then in subsequent years, they would have the actual, there was a Native American pageant that they would have the winner of that one come as a you know, honorary showman there. This woman dropped out of the competition because she didn't want to back off her stance on the Vietnam War. Yes, the famous and infamous Vanessa Williams, shattering some glass ceilings there. And yes, Deaf Miss America, first Asian American contestant. This woman won from South Asian, parents from India. The first Afro-Latina contestant. this one woman won and was the first openly lesbian woman to win. And then it's just, she just really knows how to zero in on changing times, where we began, where we've been, where we're going. The future of the pageant is in question, because, you know, judging standards of beauty is, you know, questionable. Anyway, this author was so good, so good. And I have just noticed as I went to film this that she's got 2 more books. They are Bodies of Subversions, A Secret History of Women and Tattoo, and The Blue Tattoo, The Life of Olive Oatman. I don't know who Olive Oatman is, but I will be purchasing those 2 books because this author was fabulous, fabulous. She doesn't slam the pageant. She is very even-handed and fair in her viewing of all of this. It's just really, really good book. So highly, highly recommend Counterpoint Press. And these 2 books were very enjoyable if you are interested in either of these topics. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. Do it again. That was so funny, Moo.
You learn better, Moo?
No, she didn't. Here she goes again.
I guess she's learned her lesson.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Cheeky's not the only getting pat.
They act so innocent. What do you want, Guy? What? What do you need? He needs something.
He needs to play those little babies.
After they have their little sister fight.
It's like she's chewing on her ear.
Here she goes. Oh God. I've never had one this naughty. Look at that.
She's naughty and stupid.
They're just a straight up mess.
Maybe because we're watching her.
I don't think she cares. You gonna get in on the action, Guy? You know better. You're not naughty the way she is. Good boy. Guy action. She wants Guy to play with her. Oh my goodness. What a mess.